In this session, we are going to look at the technology behind ChatGPT. ChatGPT is essentially an artificial intelligence system. Machine learning and deep learning are the technologies that enable artificial intelligence. And deep learning is a more advanced form of machine learning. Both machine learning and deep learning, they learn from past patterns in whatever data we feed into the systems to predict the future. That's how machine learning and deep learning works. Okay. In terms of technology, machine learning is very effective for handling structured data. When I say structured data, I'm referring to data in the form of rows and columns, like what you have in Excel file and relational databases. Deep learning technology is very useful and very effective for handling unstructured data like text documents, emails, social media files, image documents, video files, and many more. A basic type of deep learning is known as artificial neural network. We use the word neural because the way deep learning works is very similar to the way our human brains operate. Okay. In a artificial neural network or any deep learning system, you will have an input layer, a hidden layer, and then there is an output layer. Okay. Hidden layer is where all the processing happens. We use the term hidden because the way the processing happens is not accessible to us. A more advanced form of deep learning is known as convolutional neural network. CNN was created to better handle images, videos, and similar type of data. Okay. People are not satisfied even with CNN. Then we went to a more advanced form of deep learning known as recurrent neural networks or RNN. RNNs were particularly helpful in NLP. NLP is nothing but natural language processing. It is used in applications like Alexa and Siri, right? So what is the difference between a simple neural network like a feed-forward neural network and a recurrent neural network? In a simple feed-forward neural network, information moves in one direction. It moves from input to hidden to output. Whereas in a recurrent neural network, information goes through a cycle of loops. Okay. Here, the neural network is not very good at predicting what is coming next. Okay. Whereas RNN is very good at predicting future. Here, only the current input is considered. Okay. And it doesn't have any notion of order in time. RNNs consider current input and also the recent past. Okay. Here, the feed-forward neural networks can't remember what happened in the past except the knowledge from training. RNNs are able to remember due to its internal memory. It creates output, copies those outputs, okay, and uses those output to loop back into the network. That is how RNNs work, right? People are still not satisfied with RNNs, hence they went to transformers. ChatGPT is based on transformers. Okay. So what is the difference between RNN and transformers? RNNs were very good for sequence to sequence challenges. Okay. Whereas transformers are good for extended challenges, which obviously means RNNs were not very good when it came to extended sequences. Okay. Because the capacity to preserve information from the initial components was lost, right? So when you have extended sequences, you need to have your system remember all the possible inputs and the associated learning. In transformer, this past information or past input was not lost. Okay. Transformers use what is known as a self-attention mechanism to weigh the relative importance of different parts in the input. This is very important point when it comes to transformers. So this allows them to process sequential data effectively. Okay. So the middle layer in the transformer contains encoder and a decoder. Okay. That's a very important aspect of the transformer model. Okay. The other aspect is start of sentence marker is also fed to the decoder so that the context is better understood. If you ask a question, which type of artificial intelligence is better, the encoder decoder model must understand the context in which the different words are said. So that is achieved by the use of start of sentence marker, and sometimes we also use end of sentence markers. Okay. So to sum up, ChatGPT is essentially a transformer based language model. It uses deep neural architecture, deep learning of artificial intelligence. In fact, it uses a variant of the transformer model, what is called as the transformer decoder model. It is designed for language tasks like translation, transcription, summarization, and also text completion. The important aspect of the transformer decoder model is the self-attention mechanism. Okay, it gives the relative weights for different parts of data and to process sequential data effectively. Okay, so that is achieved by the self-attention mechanism. In fact, the transformer model was introduced in a paper titled Attention is All You Need. Okay, and this was authored by Google researcher Vaswani and others.